Today's video from Sharp Help, we're taking a look at receipt header message programming on the XE-A203, 206, 506 and 20S registers. In this video I'm using the 203, but the process is the same on all the machines. So on these machines as standard you have a 3-line header and a 3-line footer, saying Sharp presents the best ECR, Sharp is the best. In this video I'm going to show you how to change those 6 lines. Each line you can have up to 24 characters. I'm going to use double-sized characters for my top line, lowercase, smaller letters for my website address, and then I'm also going to enter a phone number as well. The tilde doesn't center the messages as standard, so I'm going to put in some spaces at the start. So you basically have to calculate how many letters you're putting in to each line, and then if they're double-sized they take up twice the amount of space, and then that's why I'm putting the spaces in at the start. Hopefully it will make sense as I go along. You'll need the metal key marked MA, and it'll also be helpful if you've got a copy of the manual. I'm basically using 2 bits of the manual. I'm using the flow chart on the bottom of page 23, which shows you the overall parameters for the programming, but what's also really useful is the character code chart on page 45, because that'll show you how to put in the punctuation. Okay, it's also useful to write out exactly what you want, which is what I've done here, so you know how many spaces to put in if you want the information centered. So the first thing to do is to turn the metal key marked MA round to the PGM position. You then press the subtotal button here. On my machine it's marked #TMST. Then we press the numeric number 4, followed by the point button here, and it says enter line number, so we're going to program line 1 to start with, so you press 1 and then the multiply button here. So we can now take a look at what we want to appear on our top line. So we're going to pop in 2 spaces to start with. So the code for a space is 032. You then press the 00 button and it moves on the cursor 1 space. So again 032, 00, and then we've moved along again. So on this line I'm going to put sharp space help in double size. So the double size button is here. So you press it once and it comes up with W over there, and you can now start typing in your name. Space again is 032, so the space, that information has come from that character code chart on page 45. HELP. When you're happy with your description for that particular line, you press the subtotal button to save, and then it will prompt you to enter the next line number. So if we were only programming line 1 and didn't need to change any of the others, you can now save it by pressing the green TLNS button. But we're going to go on and program line number 2 by pressing 2 and then the multiply key. So this is the line I'm going to put in the website. So I'm going to start with 2 spaces, and I've calculated that because I've got 24 characters per line. These letters take up 19, so I've got 5 left over, so I could put in 2 or 3 spaces. It's not exact, but it will get it as centered as possible. So again 032 for my first space, 032 and the 00 for my second space. To get lowercase letters you press this shift button here, RF shift it is on my machine, and a little A appears on the screen confirming that it's in lowercase, so we can pop in www. To get the dot, the code is 046, which again I've got from the character code chart, and then we can type in the rest of the website. So we need another dot, 046, 00. And again, once you've finished that particular line, subtotal saves it, and then you can move on to the next line by entering the number and then pressing the multiply button here. So we're now on line 3. So on this line I'm going to pop in telephone number, but start with 3 spaces. Punctuation from the character code chart, 05800, and then a space. To get the numbers, you press the %2 number key over here, and then entering the numbers is just using the numerics. If you want to pop a space back in, you have to press the number button again, then it moves it on, and then you press number again to go back to entering numbers. TMST to confirm. And then we go on to the next line, to line number 4. So you press 4 and then the multiply button. I'm going to repeat what I've done for the top line. So spaces, there is actually a space key here. So you can just press this space button instead of putting in the 032. Again, I'm going to go for double size. So you get the W appear. Space in the middle, TMST to save, next line, 2 spaces at the start. This one's going to be all lowercase again because it's the website. If you make a mistake, there's a backspace button here, so if you wanted to get rid of that H, it will toggle back and delete the last entered letter. TMST to save, then we jump onto our final line, the number and then the multiply button, spaces to center, space and then the number button, number then space to come out of numbers, and then you have to press number again. TMST to save. Then when you've programmed all the lines, so there's no more lines to program, you press TLNS, and then we should now be able to turn the key back round to the reg mode. And when you next do a sale or a no sale, we've got it set with our new description on each line, so you can see what I put the spaces in to try and get it as central as possible. So you've got a maximum of 24 characters per line. What I do is you can have the lines laid out in a different format, so you can have just 3 at the top or 6 at the top, 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom like this one. And I'll post another video, the link to which is probably appearing on screen now, showing you how to edit that layout. So yeah, you can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit sharphelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.